After Damini's death and Kadambari being exposed before Radha as Guruma, a fake Tulsi came into Mohan's life claiming to be the real Tulsi. Meanwhile, she is fake. Radha was slapped and humiliated, then accused of trying to kill Tulsi. Gungun turned against her. Mohan began to doubt her, and every proof she found slipped away. But tonight, the shocking truth explodes. The woman claiming to be Tulsi is none other than Damini Banerjee, alive, dangerous, and back for revenge with Kadambari by her side. Radha is left broken, betrayed, and on the brink of losing everything. Has Damini finally won, or will Radha rise against the biggest betrayal of her life? Hi Z World lovers, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting my channel or a returning viewer, please do well to subscribe to my channel for more Z World update, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Now let's dive in. The scene starts as Kadambari warns Radha that Tulsi is playing a dangerous game, turning the family against them. She proposes they join forces, claiming Tulsi will target Radha first and then her. Though wary, Radha agrees, only to protect Mohan, Gungun, and the family, and with the secret intention of punishing both Kadambari and the fake Tulsi later. They shake hands, shocking Tulsi, who vows to intensify her schemes. Tulsi's new plan. Tulsi realizes Radha and Kadambari have become allies, so she decides to increase the stakes. Determined to win sympathy for herself and turn everyone against Radha, Tulsi plans a move that no one could ever imagine. At the hospital, Mohan is shocked to find Tulsi missing from her room. Panic spreads as the family searches everywhere. Gungun fears her mother has left again, but Mohan promises not to let her go. Radha and Kadambari act tense, while Mohan presses them for answers, suspecting something happened between them and Tulsi. Finally, Tulsi is found standing on the edge of the hospital rooftop, threatening to end her life. The family is horrified. Mohan and Gungun plead with her to come down. Tulsi cries that Mohan no longer has space for her in his life because he has Radha, who loves him and takes care of everyone. She declares death is the only option left for her. Mohan, shattered, begs her to stop, while Radha fumes at Tulsi's manipulative drama. Tulsi, standing dangerously on the hospital rooftop, declares she is unwanted in the Trivedi family and insists that death is her only option. Mohan and Gungun desperately beg her to step back, while the entire family panics. Rahul and Ajit rush upstairs to rescue her but find the rooftop door locked. Tulsi insists Radha has taken her place as wife, mother, and caretaker, claiming Mohan and Gungun no longer need her. She emotionally tells Gungun to accept that her mother has died and that only Rama will remain. Gungun breaks down, begging for both her mother and Rama, leaving everyone shaken. Radha, however, remains firm, calling Tulsi's act a manipulative drama and accusing her of being fake. This angers Mohan, who scolds Radha for being insensitive. The family pleads with Tulsi to stop, but she insists she will jump, saying only death will prove she's serious. In a shocking moment, Tulsi edges closer, lifting her foot to leap, while Gungun cries out that if her mother dies, she will die too. Tulsi is visibly shaken, but still determined, as Mohan and the family beg her not to give up. Tulsi's attempt and Mohan's rescue. Tulsi, standing at the edge, repeatedly declares her love for Mohan and insists death is her only option. Just as she is about to jump, Mohan runs with all his strength and catches her, saving her life. The family sighs in relief, but Radha maintains it was all drama. Tulsi emotionally asks why Mohan didn't let her die, but Mohan says he can't lose her again. Gungun hugs Tulsi, begging her not to leave her ever again. Fake Tulsi versus Radha. Tulsi insists she felt unwanted after Mohan married Radha, believing the family no longer needed her. Radha angrily calls her a liar, playing with their emotions, while Mohan scolds Radha for being insensitive. Radha defends herself, saying she only wanted to protect Gungun from a fake Tulsi. This creates a heated confrontation where Mohan and Radha clash over who Gungun truly belongs to. Gungun, heartbroken, tells Radha she only wants her Tulsi mama, not Rama, and pushes Radha away. She says she had prayed for her real mother and now that she has her, she cannot lose her again. Radha collapses in shock, devastated that Gungun chose Tulsi over her. Mohan tries to comfort her, but Radha's heart breaks. Tulsi's manipulation deepens. Though Gungun feels guilty for hurting Radha, Tulsi cleverly manipulates her again, making her stay with her instead of apologizing. Gungun helps Tulsi walk, while Radha and Mohan remain in anguish. Kadambari, watching all this, realizes Tulsi is cunning and dangerous. She vows Tulsi must be removed before she completely ruins the family. Radha breaks down after Gungun chooses Tulsi over her. Mohan gently consoles her, even feeding her water with his own hands. Radha questions why Gungun didn't choose her despite all her love. Mohan explains Gungun is only a child who thought she lost her mother forever and now fears losing her again. But it doesn't mean she doesn't love Radha. He encourages Radha not to lose hope. Radha reminds Mohan of the vows they took during marriage, especially the vow of trust. She pleads with him to trust her now when she insists the woman is not Tulsi. Mohan struggles but finally agrees to give Radha 2 chances to prove her claim. If she fails, she must stop calling Tulsi fake. Radha accepts and vows to him, determined to prove the truth. Tulsi, watching from afar, smirks, promising to turn Radha's every effort into failure. In the house, Ketki, Rahul, and Ajit criticize Radha for provoking Tulsi, believing she has become cunning. Vishwaniat defends her, while Kaveri mocks Radha for already having everything she wanted. The family is split between trust and doubt. Radha's big move. Radha gathers everyone in the hall, declaring that today the truth will be revealed. Mohan, bound by his promise, allows her a chance. Tulsi confidently plays along. Radha announces she has brought people who will expose everything, Namadha and Khans, Tulsi's real parents. When Namadha sees Tulsi, she breaks down emotionally, calling her daughter alive again. But Tulsi coldly denies recognizing her. The entire Trivedi family is stunned. Radha smiles, pointing out that if this woman remembers everything about their family and even Mohan, then how could she fail to recognize her own mother? Radha declares this as proof that the woman is not Tulsi. Fake Tulsi calmly approaches Namadha, looks into her eyes, and shockingly denies recognizing her, saying, "The bond of a mother and daughter is joined by souls. If you are my mother, how could you ever accept my death?" She recalls intimate memories of Tulsi's life that only a mother would know, leaving Radha shaken. Emotional reunion. Namadha, in tears, runs to embrace Tulsi, confessing that she died inside after Tulsi's supposed death but has now been reborn seeing her alive. Tulsi hugs her tightly, cleverly winning the sympathy of the family. Mohit joins in, signaling secretly to Tulsi. Radha notices their hidden exchange and grows suspicious. Radha versus Mohit. Radha confronts Mohit, accusing him of helping an imposter and selling out. Mohit lashes back, calling Radha the other woman with no real place in the house. Mohan tries to slap him, but Tulsi dramatically stops Mohan, defending her brother, further strengthening her face as the real Tulsi. The family divides further. Kaveri praises Tulsi's goodness, wishing Damini could learn from her. Meanwhile, Kadambari wonders what Radha is really planning. Radha, undeterred, insists that truth will be revealed today. Radha challenges Namadha to identify Tulsi by a physical mark only her real daughter would have. Namadha reveals Tulsi once had a stitch on the back of her neck from falling off a swing, proof that can't be faked. Mohan supports this test, asking Tulsi to show the scar. Tension peaks. Tulsi resists, acting hurt that her mother would even ask. But the whole family, including Kadambari, insists that showing the scar will silence Radha once and for all. Radha stands firm, demanding Tulsi reveal the mark, while everyone else waits, eyes glued on Tulsi. Slowly, fake Tulsi lifted her hair, and the stitches were there for everyone to see. But Radha noticed something strange. The marks looked too fresh for an old wound. Before Radha could expose the truth, she was slapped, accused of being an enemy, and told she no longer had a place in Mohan's life. Even worse, little Gungun turned against her, rejecting her as Rama and calling her bad, shattering Radha's heart into pieces. And in the middle of it all, Tulsi struck again, cunningly trapping Radha, making it look like she tried to kill her. In front of everyone, Radha stood helpless, while Tulsi smirked in victory. Now Radha has just one last chance to prove the truth before she loses everything: her husband, her family, and even Gungun's love. But will she succeed, or has Tulsi already won? With Mohan's trust hanging by a thread, she now has just one chance left to prove the truth, and the only key is Tulsi's hidden skeleton. But as Radha digs deeper, even little Gungun pushes her away, breaking her heart. Mohan tries to console her, reminding her of his vows, but warns that time is running out. For Radha, every relationship is slipping through her fingers, and only truth can save her now. When Radha finally joins hands with Kadambari to expose Tulsi, their secret alliance shatters. Tulsi mocks them both, vowing to drive Radha and Kadambari out of the house forever. And just as Radha uncovers the CCTV footage revealing Kadambari hiding the skeleton, Kadambari destroys the evidence right before her eyes. Now the game has changed. Radha is racing against time to find Tulsi's skeleton, the only proof that can save her love, her family, and her place in Mohan's life. In the dead of night, Kadambari digs into the earth, unearthing a buried bag, the proof Radha has been chasing. Just as Kadambari prepares to burn it forever, Radha arrives and the two clash fiercely over the skeleton that could change everything. Risking everything, Radha ties Kadambari and drags the bag back to the family, her heart pounding, her faith in God unshaken. With trembling hands, she reveals the skeleton before everyone, desperate to prove the Tulsi in their house is fake. But the storm turns. Kadambari flips the game, painting Radha as unstable and desperate. The forensic experts declare the skeleton is nothing but plastic. Even Mohan, torn between love and truth, begins to doubt her, until Radha makes a shocking revelation. Radha confesses that she once spoke to Tulsi's spirit, the very soul who asked her to marry Mohan. So if Tulsi's soul is gone, then who is this woman standing before them? Mohan stares at Radha, stunned, shaken, and speechless. Later at night, Radha follows Tulsi and Kadambari into the darkness, only to witness them burning Tulsi's skeleton she searched for all this time. Just as she confronts them, Tulsi stares coldly into her eyes and delivers a shocking truth. Radha's heart shatters. The fake Tulsi reveals her true identity, as Damini, the enemy who once tried to steal Mohan and destroy her life. Standing beside her, Kadambari laughs, admitting she helped Damini rise from the ashes with a new face, a new identity, and a terrifying plan. Radha's world crumbles as Kadambari declares that tomorrow she will be declared mentally unstable and locked away forever, while Damini, disguised as Tulsi, takes her place in Mohan's heart and Gungun's life. Even Kaveri enters, celebrating Damini's return, mocking Radha's defeat as the fire consumes her last hope. In the flames of Tulsi's skeleton, Radha's love, her family, and her very identity are being erased. Broken, betrayed, and surrounded by enemies, Radha stands at the edge of despair. Thanks for watching, guys. In the comment section, tell me if Radha will rise and fight back, or has Damini finally won?